So there's my gear. So Shimano O'Shea jigger, 1500 HG. It's got an aftermarket handle on it. And then it's a Palmaris Power Zero P Plus rod. So that's spiral wrapped. Power Zero is rated from 25 to 100 gram. And then I've got £25 Siglon X8 braid, which is a marker braid, dedicated jigging braid. I've got £36 Pink Bliss fluoro on the bottom. It's a little bit heavy, but I'm not bothered about that really, it still works. And then I'm using the Joker Slammer 130 gram jig. That's pink, silver and gold with a bit of glow down the side. And that's the Joker assist hook that it comes ready rigged with. And I'll just chuck a swivel on there as well. So we're already on the rack. A bit late dropping in. I'm too busy talking. So I normally just pause the jig before it gets to the bottom and give it a little jig. Especially if I'm late going in, because it could be going through fish. Give them a chance to have a look at it and take it. Drop again. It's going to hit the bottom any second, or the rack. There we go. Get it off. Get it up a bit away from the pout. You're always watching that line for slack line bites. Anything different, get ready to wind into it. Always get your rod down quicker than the jig's falling, so it can fall on a free line, a slack line. You see how versatile the slammer is. I can do whatever I want with it and it will still work. There we go. It liked the long lift and the long fall after working it up, and that's just fallen off. And that was 15 up at that point, so right in the middle of the wreck. That's the slack line bite. Another small one. It's good fun, but I'm going to move. I'm going to find a different rack. And we're going to try and find more chunky bass. What was it? 15th of August today. Still not peak bass season, but it's good fun. So just arriving at the next rack. We got basically 60 metres to the seabed. This is a smaller rack. We've still got a bit of flood tide pushing up to the northeast, and as you can see there's a bit of chop still coming from the same direction, so we won't be drifting very fast if at all. But that can be an advantage on these small wrecks, because you can get more time focusing in on the wreck where the fish may be. I've still got that little slammer on the rod I was using, the pink one, 130 gram. I'm just going to drop him with that. A little bit closer. So here's the wreck. We're going to drift up through that way slowly. Should do. Boats just slowly stop and start going with the tide a bit. So this is the jig I've been using so far today. It's a Joker Slammer, 130 gram, little swivel. Not 10 better days. We're already on the side of the rack. Again, I'm a little bit late dropping in. See the structure just coming on the side of the screen now on the right hand side. We're dropping right into it. Slack line bite straight away. Feels like a bass. You just can't beat this technique. And I stopped it just before, well, around about the bottom. I think it got to the bottom. Straight in though. Deadly. Double hook up. There we go guys, slightly bigger, but it's still not as big as I want, but I can't complain. First drop, instant hook up. And away he goes. So we're off this rack already, so before I start moving you'll see we've got just under a knot of drift. And that's with the slight breeze, so there's obviously a fair bit of tide still running. It's not, I think it's gone past its peak, but we might have another hour or so of alright tide by the look of it, and then it will be onto slacker water. So if we just look at the rack, very little sign. It's a smaller rack, not very tall. There's a little bit of sign there. Could be something. So I've come away a little bit further because I want to fish just up into the rack. I caught that fish here somewhere. I just want to have a little explore this drift. Always check your hooks. That's all good. Throw it up the tide a bit. Boat's now starting to drift that way. Still about 10 metres away from the rack. My jig is about 10 metres off the bottom now. Expect most of that orange to go. There we go. Straight in. Again, that one's come off. Another one. So we're ahead of the rack and I just picked up 2 fish straight away. They're watching it come in. I'm dropping right into them. Bang. Same size as the last one. Beautiful fish. We'll get him straight back. And away. Okay. Let's get straight in there. All good. There we go. Yeah, we've got a little bit of sign 10 metres off the bottom again. So as I get to the bottom, we know we're mostly through the orange braid onto the seabed. So I'm going to stop it mostly through the pink, which is before the orange, and that'll be 10 metres off. And we'll see if we can get a hook up before we even get to the bottom. It's about there. Watching for the slack line bite. Drop it in the rest of the way, I think, and work it up. Yep, fish on. That's a better fish. We're still ahead of the wreck. Oh, he's come off. That's a better fish, that one. I was near the bottom, just working up. Yeah, that's another nice one. Yeah, we've got some nice signs showing there. I'll show you that on the sonar on the way back. Absolutely deadly. So the slammer is a streamlined jig. It doesn't flutter that much. It slides. It's got a flat fall. It's got a slight flutter, but generally the Imp and the Mayhem generally are better for the bass because they've got more flutter. Because we've got wind against tide and I'm fishing with this light rod, Power Zero, I'm using a slammer jig because it's nice and streamlined, and they are nailing it. It's only a 130 gram jig. This is the best bass so far, this one. So that's an improvement. Hopefully find some bigger still. There we go. It's not a monster, but they're getting bigger. So I moved wrecks 4 miles. We've had plenty of action on this wreck as well. Go on. Sweet. So yeah, there's even more signs showing now. This stuff here looks like small bait fish. This is where I'm hooking up, off the bottom a little way. They're just nailing the jig. I'm a little bit late dropping in on this one, guys, because I just changed the battery over. Right over the wreck now. It's only a little wreck, so stop it early, work it up. Shot. Nice fish. Getting bigger. Chill out. That's more like it, guys. It's on the Joker Slammer, 130 gram. So even wind against tide, highly effective. I was catching shitloads of bass on that other rack, but they're all small. I've done a few trips here and trying to find a bigger fish. What a beauty. He's gone. There we go. Highly effective.